This tutorial will walk you through the online final report form for the Artist Entrepreneurial Grant Program from the New Hampshire State Council on the Arts. This tutorial assumes that you have logged into the submittable system and you have chosen this form. So before we get to the form, I just want to remind you that there are guidelines and questions for this final report and that you should download those guidelines before you start working on your final report. In these guidelines, there will be instructions for the written evaluation, instructions for your updated budget form, and instructions about how to document your project. So it's very important that you download these instructions and that you read them carefully before you start with the form. So like always, we recommend that you don't go to the online form until you have all of your materials ready to upload, because then you can fill out the form, upload everything, and be done in a jiffy. So as we move through the form, you will see fields that have asterisks next to them. Those fields are required, and the system will not let you submit your form if any of those fields are blank. So make sure that you're filling everything out properly. Official IRS name is your legal name. The name that you file your taxes under is the best way to think about that. And so fill out all of this information. Just like on the application, you are going to choose a code for the arts discipline. This is the primary area of your work. You're going to do this again when we get to the project itself, and you'll choose an arts discipline for that project. We're asking you again what stage your career is in, your race, your gender identity, and for your race and gender identity, if you don't want to answer the question, just type that right into the box. I prefer not to answer. You can certainly do that here. Now we get to your project information. This opportunity title and summary is probably going to be the same title summary that you used when you filled out your original application. You want to put your opportunity start and end dates here. This could be different from your original application. Sometimes things change, so you want to put those dates in. Here is that code area for choosing the arts discipline for your opportunity. If your opportunity had a public component of some kind, a performance, an exhibit, a talk, something like that, you want to put all of that information in here, and then you want to tell us how many people you engaged. And this is information that we have to report to the National Endowment for the Arts. So if there was a public component for your project, you really need to fill all of this out. Then we get to the document upload section. So this is going to be your written evaluation, and going back to the guidelines, you can see that there are 5 questions here that you're going to need to answer. And so you should write this, proof it carefully, make sure it's ready to go before you try to upload. We prefer to receive these files in PDF format. But we will take Microsoft Word files and also rich text formatted files. And again, the upload section works just like attaching a photo to your Facebook page or attaching a file to an email. You'll click Choose Files. You'll go to the place on your computer where your files are living for this. You will choose the appropriate one to attach. We ask that you submit the budget form again because sometimes budgets for these projects change. And so you will go to it's the same budget form you will have used for your application. So you will fill that out again with any updated information. And there is a question in the written evaluation that asks you to talk about whether there were changes in your budget, and if there were, what they were and why. Then we'll get to the project documentation, and this is documentation of your project: images, files, audio, video, etc. If you are uploading multiple files here, we do prefer that you zip them up into a zip file, and we've got a link here that will show you how to zip files up if you don't know how to do that. If you choose not to zip up files, you are limited to 10 files in this area. And then there's a question. Can we use your documentation for promotional purposes? You must answer this question, yes or no. And then finally, the certification is your online signature, and you need to click the agree box and then type in your name. And so this is a pretty simple form. Obviously, the hardest part is the prep work and getting everything organized so that when you come to the form, you can easily attach everything that needs to be attached. As always, if you have questions about this form, please reach out. We're happy to help you. Thanks.